Namo Buddhaya. Welcome to Monks in the Morning from Colombo Dhamma Friends of Mahameonawa. I'm so glad that you're joining us so we can spend time together now as Kalyanamitta, good spiritual friends. Today, we're going to listen to a Dhamma discussion where one of the Bhantes interviews a couple of kids from the Dhamma School about the many trips that they've taken to Anuradhapura. They call these trips pilgrimages. A pilgrimage is a special kind of trip because we're going to a special place to do special things related to the Supreme Buddha. In Sri Lanka, we can go on pilgrimages to places the Supreme Buddha visited, like Shri Pada. We can also visit stupas that have parts of the Supreme Buddha's body that were left after he passed away. And we can also visit things that the Supreme Buddha used, like the Shri Maha Bodhi Tree. In this discussion, you'll get to learn how kids have fun on these trips and collect merit at the same time. They also have some suggestions for having a beneficial weekend, even when you can't make it to one of the holy places. We'll also recite some verses that help us to remember the qualities of the Supreme Buddha. So get your chanting book ready, or click on the show notes link to follow along online. Now let's go for refuge and take the 5 precepts.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. With the refuge of the Noble Triple Gem. I observe these precepts for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, to escape from the sufferings of samsara. May it help me. May it be a blessing. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
The 32 marks of our great Buddha. In his previous lives as the Bodhisattva, our teacher, the Supreme Buddha, used speech that was meaningful and principled. He educated many people, bringing welfare and happiness, offering the teachings. As a result of that karma, his feet are arched and his hairs stand up. And because of possessing this great sign, he is the foremost, best, chief, highest, and finest of all sentient beings.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Meritorious children, today you are going to learn something very new. You are going to learn something extremely different. So here, today in this program, we are going to learn how to spend the weekend in a meaningful way. And also to spend your holidays, your vacation, your school holidays in a meaningful way. So today I would like to ask, I have 2 children in this program with me. So first of all, I would like to ask one of the kids the usual ways how other kids spend their holidays. So Puta, can you tell us how do children spend their weekends and vacations, short vacations and at least a small weekend?
Namo Buddhaya, Venerable Bhante, dear Dhamma friends, and Mali. So normally, kids spend their weekends, their vacations, staying inside, playing outside with their friends, or spending time with their family. Sometimes they also go small places, like places nearby their house, or just to do something small. And a lot of the time, kids also stay at home and watch TV or play video games as a casual recreational activity, Bhante.
So don't you like to spend like that as well? Don't you like to play games and spend the weekend?
Yes, Bhante.
Okay. But then, we heard that from your parents that recently you visited Anuradhapura with your parents. So did they force you to take to Anuradhapura?
No, Bhante.
So you like to go to Anuradhapura, in the meantime you like to play games as well.
Yes.
So what did you experience in Anuradhapura?
Well, Bhante, when we went to Anuradhapura, we went to the different places, and every time we go to the different places, we have like a very peaceful mind. Also, Bhante, just the trip to go to Anuradhapura is very fun. Just spending time with your family, even if it's in a car, even if it takes a long time, just spending time with them, it's very makes me very happy, Bhante. Also, Bhante, when we went to Anuradhapura, we walked from place to place instead of taking the car. It was like more of an adventure than just a pilgrimage, so it made it a lot more interesting and fun.
So you went with your younger brother as well, right? You went with your younger brother, with your Malli.
Yes, Bhante, we went with Malli, me and
so
Tata.
Duvin, so what did you experience in Anuradhapura? So what was your wonderful moments in Anuradhapura?
Namo Buddhaya. Sanse in Anuradhapura, not only did I collect merit by worshipping the stupas and worshipping the Supreme Buddha and the Great Bodhi Tree, also Tata, he would, since there are many stray animals in Anuradhapura, Tata, I would get a biscuit packet and I would be able to give it to all the animals, and I would ask my parents to give to all the beggars who we passed while walking. So I really enjoyed doing that because it makes me feel very, very happy, and I know that by doing this I'm collecting a lot of merit.
Very good. So didn't you offer anything to the Buddha?
Yes, Sanse. Every time we go to Anuradhapura and we go to like the Ruanmali Mahasaya, we always offer in the morning we offer kiripidu.
What's kiripidu, Buddha? How do you make kiripidu?
Kiripidu, it's like a kiribat, and you have like some nuts and raisins in it, and it's kind of sweet.
Very good.
And
So do you like to eat that?
yeah, my Sanse, I like to eat kiripidu.
Very good. So we should always offer delicious things to the Buddha. Do you know the first person who offered kiripidu to the Buddha?
I think it was Sujata.
Very good. Queen Sujata. Princess Sujata offered kiripidu. That was, she offered kiripidu to the Buddha before the Buddha became an enlightened being. And that kiripidu, those kiripidu offered by Sujata, for 49 days, it was in the Buddha's stomach. Those kiripidu was divided into 49 balls in the stomach, and each ball was digested each day for 49 days. That's how Buddha spent the 7 weeks. Then Buddha, didn't you visited any other place other than Ruanmali Mahastupa?
Yes, Bhante, we went to Midisavetya Stupa, Lankarama, Tuparama, and we also went to Jetavana Stupa and Abhegiriya Stupa.
Okay. Do you remember how Abhegiri looks like?
Yes, Bhante, Abhegiriya Stupa looks like Jetavana except that Jetavana, the very top, is broken off. But in Abhegiriya, it still has the top part.
It's a beautiful and calm place, right?
Yes, Bhante.
So if you were given a boon to stay in Anuradha forever until you die, what would you think?
It's a great place to stay, Bhante. We can collect merit every single day.
Just imagine you have an international school in English medium school in Anuradhapura, and then and also there's not much nice restaurants like in Colombo, but then you don't have like beautiful like children parks in Colombo, but you may not have like water worlds and all these games and all. But then you were to stay in Anuradhapura, in that dry area, hot area, yet with those sacred places, living in those sacred places. What do you think, Buddha?
Yes, Bhante, because the sacred places, the amount of merit we collect from the sacred places is nothing compared to the suffering we will feel while worshipping them and collecting that merit. In our next life, we can avoid going to an even worse scorching hell and go to a very blissful heaven instead.
So, wonderful. So, what you are saying is, when you compare to the suffering in the hell, the suffering that you go through because of heat in a place like Anuradhapura, compared to the suffering in the hell, it's very little, right?
Yes, Bhante.
Not even a little. So that's how you tolerate things.
Yes.
Very good. Wonderful. So Duvin, how did you felt? What do you think about the weather in Anuradhapura?
Sanse, it's very, very hot in Anuradhapura, but it's very nice because also there are a lot of hills, big hills, where there are chaityas and Buddha statues. And when you go there, and it's very nice, and it's calm, and it's windy, actually.
Yeah, it's windy. So and didn't you say any special tanks, water tanks?
There are many water tanks in Anuradhapura.
So it cools the area, right?
Yes, Sanse.
Very good. Now, do you know who made those tanks?
King Parakramabahu.
Very good. The great kings who lived in the past. So, children, we should be happy that we had such great ancestors. We had such great kings, Sinhalese kings. They were very wise, they were very capable, courageous. So, children, we should be happy that we are Sinhalese people, shouldn't we?
Yes, Sanse.
So, Puta, then, now usually you go, when you go to Anuradhapura, now you said when you go to Anuradhapura, when you went to Ruwanali Mahastupa, you took Kiripidu and you offered Kiripidu to the Buddha. What else can we do? Now just imagine if someone can't make Kiripidu, if someone just go with flowers, what else he can do at Anuradhapura Stupa?
Sanse, even if there's no Kiripidu, it's not really what we offer that matters, it's the intention that we have. And also, if we can offer kiripidu, we can still do it, like clean the surroundings of the Ranmali Mahasaya. We can offer the flowers, and we can offer.
How about taking away the withered flowers?
Yes.
So children, so now one message we should give to our children and parents. Usually when people go to a place like Ruwanali Mahastupa or to any sacred place, they only take flowers and some offerings. But have you seen anyone going with brooms and going with dustpans and with a mop bucket and with a big huge hose and then going with some damp clothes, taking some clothes and cleaning those oil lamps? What do you think about those things?
No, Bhante, I've never seen anyone like that, Bhante.
But don't you think those are the most things should be done, right?
Yes, Bhante.
So, dear children, now see how these children have spent their vacation. So there's a lot more to talk about spending a vacation in a meaningful way. So today we learn how they spent their vacation. So they went to that place. So even though they suffered from heat, yet there was a way for them to overcome the suffering by thinking, by comparing the suffering in other bad worlds. So children, see how capable we can be in life. See how much we can do wholesome deeds. So once again, I would like to ask from these two kids. Children, do you have any message to give to your children, to the friends out there about your weekend?
Yes, Bhante. Actually, when we go outside, or we spend weekend properly, before we start to do things that we normally do, like play outside, first let's prioritize first. If there's anything we can do to collect merit, and once we've done that, then we can start to have fun. That's my message, Bhante.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So our small Mali, do you have anything else to say about your vacation?
Sanse, another advice is that if we are going to play, then at least be mindful, because even just being mindful of what you're doing at the moment, that can still generate good karma.
Okay. So kids, we got a nice experience from two kids who have visited Anuradhapura in a meaningful way. So we bless everyone. We bless all the children out there to spend their weekends in a meaningful way. And may all the children out there, and may the two kids with me, realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu, sadhu.
Buddhanussati verses. Turn to page 174 in your chanting book. Now we're going to chant some ancient verses that help us practice Buddhanussati while we're chanting. We'll remember the qualities of the Supreme Buddha. And we'll chant in Pali and English so we get to learn the meaning.
Ananta vittara gunang gunato nussarang muning bhaveya buddhima bhikkhu buddhanussati madito. A wise monk meditates on the Buddha's infinite and pervasive virtues. As his first contemplation, he practices Buddhanussati. Savasane kileseso eko sabbe nighatiya ahu susuddha santano puja nancha sadaraho. The Buddha destroyed all defilements by himself. He had an extremely pure mind, being worthy of offerings from the whole world. Sabbakala gate dhamme sabbe samma sayang muni sabbakarena bujjitva eko sabbang yutang gato. The Buddha has rightly realized everything in the world relating to all times through his great insight, and has attained supreme enlightenment entirely through his own efforts. Vipassanadi vijjahi Siladi charane cha Susamiddehi sampanno Gagana behinayako. The leader, the Buddha, has various knowledges such as vipassana, as extensive as the sky, and he has perfect conduct and pure virtue. Sammagato subhangtanang amogha vachano chaso Tividassapi lokassa jnata niravasesato. The Buddha has rightly gone to the most blissful state. His speech is very meaningful. He has understood the three worlds, sensual, form and formless worlds, in their entirety. Anekehi gunoghehi sabba sattuttamo aho anekehi upayehi naradhamme damesicha. The Buddha has become supreme among all beings by his manifold qualities. Using various strategies, he tamed gods and humans who could be tamed. Eko sabbassa lokassa sabba attanusasako bhagyaissariyadinang gunanang paramonidi. The Buddha is the great teacher of all beings, the unique instructor to the entire world. He is a noble treasure of qualities such as good fortune and prosperity. Panyasa sabba dhammesu karuna sabba jantusu attattanang parattanang sadhika gunajetthika. The Buddha had perfect wisdom. His compassion extended to all beings. He acted for the benefit of himself and others. He is supreme in all qualities. Dayaya parami chitva panyayattana muddhari uddhari sabba dhammecha dayayanyecha uddhari. The Buddha crossed over suffering by the highest wisdom gained through the perfections, and great compassion by realizing the truth. The Buddha helped others to cross over suffering through his great compassion. Dissamano pitavassa rupakayo achintiyo asadharana jnanadhe dhammakaye katavakati. The beauty of his physical body, full of meritorious marks, is unimaginable even when visible. How much more unimaginable is his body of Dhamma with unique wisdom. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
We're so happy you were able to join us today. We hope that you learned something new, and we really hope that you can use what you learned as you go about the rest of your day. Do you remember some of the different ways that the kids in the Dhamma discussion collected merit when they went on pilgrimage? They worshipped sacred places like the Mahastupa. They also made a special kind of offering called Kiripindu Puja. You know, you don't even have to go on pilgrimage to make that kind of offering to the Supreme Buddha. Why don't you ask your parents to help you make that special milk rice they talked about and offer it to the Buddha shrine you have at home? If you've gone on pilgrimage before, we'd love to hear about it. Why don't you write us a story about what you did, or draw us a picture? Click on the show notes link to send it to us. Now let's share merits. Today, by body, speech, and mind, we've done many wholesome actions, and when we do wholesome actions like this, we like to share them with other people so they can be happy as well. So, we took the precepts and the refuges, you recited qualities of the Supreme Buddha as a meditation, and we listened to this Dhamma discussion and rejoiced in the merit that these kids collected. So, remembering all these wholesome actions, may our teacher Lokusanya Hangsa, may all heavenly beings, may our parents and our families and our friends, all of our teachers, rejoice in this merit. May they have a happy mind remembering all the good actions that we've done. May they have good health, long life, strength, beauty, happiness. And may they soon experience the supreme bliss of Nibbana in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya.